chocolate candy. So I am going to put my mix on, well, my chocolate on for about 30 minutes. So let's get that going. And the most I am going to be using today are these ones right here. And then maybe later on, depending on how much I have left, I will use this mold right here. This one is a raspberry mold. So let me get that done, and while that's going, I grab me a spoon so I can mix. That's not spoon, that's a fork. Alright, here. So let me see if this is done. So usually you want to have your chocolates on about for 30 minutes or so. Yeah, they're gonna have to go back in for a few more minutes. Sometimes you have to have them on for like an hour if they're not melted down, but not that long. Depends on your microwave as well. You can use your microwave or your stovetop. I prefer using microwave because it's more accurate to use, so you can see it better. So give me just a second as I'm waiting for it to melt. So you're doing this right here, and it's almost done. So let me see. Oh, almost hit myself in the face with the door. So let me see if it's ready. So I'm gonna stir it around. So it's not quite ready yet, although it's still melting down. So I'm just gonna have to put it back in the microwave for a little bit longer. Yeah, it's still not ready yet. Well, you can continue stirring it, but you can put it back in the microwave to help it melt a little bit faster. So the two chocolates I'm going to be using today is red and dark chocolate. They are both semi-sweet, so it's not really sweet or not sweet, but it's like in the middle, so it's like enough of the sweetness in there. So let me put this back in the microwave. I'll take some questions if you guys have any. Put that on for another 30 minutes. So we got my paper towel for this. Alright, so while that's going, hello. I'm going to make sure I got my molds. I am making chocolate. I'm making chocolate. And I might do chocolate strawberries in a minute. Oh, that's better. So, this is how you want it to look when it comes out. Very nice and smooth. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get my strawberries out. Just a sec. But I'm gonna have to get me a plate. Hello everyone that just joined in. So just a second, guys. I have my strawberries already ready. Just gonna have to rinse them off again. Grab these. No, I'm gonna do a pineapple today. I'll save that for another day. I'll save the chocolate pineapples for another day. So I'm gonna rinse these off and put them in the refrigerator. Alright, Alright. So now that my strawberries are clean, let me make sure all the water come off. And I have my silicone mats ready because it would be very sticky otherwise. Oops, wrong way. So when you're doing your chocolates or chocolate strawberries or anything, you want to make sure that you have a mat so they can go on, and you want to make sure you pinch the top of, hold up the leaves, pinch them like this, and then dip in the chocolate, let them drip for a minute, And then when they're done, sit them right there. Can you guys see or no? Okay, I'll show you guys in just a second since you guys can't see. But you want to make sure that you guys are pinching the leaves upward. Or you can twist them off and use a toothpick or a fork if you like. But I prefer holding on to this to leaves so I can get a good amount on there and get a very nice grip on them. And you want to be careful with the water consistency on it because they can easily mess with the chocolate. Alright, so that one's finished. I am making about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pieces of strawberry dipped in chocolate. If you would like to, you can also use your spoon to help to coat it. Like so. So let me grab these right here. Let me see, I'm going to need to use my spoon. Yes, I am. So you can use your spoon and go like this, like drizzle it on there a little bit to help. Oh, and I see I made a mess with my fork, my spoon. Okay. So like that, a little bit there. I see I am going to have to put my chocolate back in the microwave because it's starting to harden a little bit. So guys, give me just a second, okay? So it's okay. Thank you. So it's okay if you have to put it back in the microwave and remelt it because it's not really going to damage anything. But for now, what up is going, this is how it's going to look, your chocolates. So that's how your chocolates are going to look. That one can go right there. And make sure you leave enough space for all of your chocolates so they can all spread out and have, in case they drip off, they can have room to drip without making much of a mess. Alrighty, let's check this out again. Oops. Let me try to close this. Alrighty, so now. Alright, so that's ready again. So let me give that a quick mix so everything can be nice and smooth. So your chocolate might start thickening up a little. All you have to do is put it back in the microwave and then be all set to go again. So let me go ahead and get these last 3 good to go so I can get started on my other chocolates. Alright. That one is nice and ready. So after you do that, you just have to sit them on a mat and let them dry, and then they be nice and ready to eat. So make sure you twist them, and if you need to, you can dab your strawberries to make them a little bit more dry if you need to. Alright, last strawberry here. Twist, twist, twist. Alright. Okay. So now that one's all set, and that was the last strawberry. So let them sit there. Move this to the side. I gotta make sure. So you gotta work fast with your chocolate. So what I'm gonna have to do is put this in one more time in the microwave to get it loosened up again, because it's starting to thicken up right here, as you see. So let me put my spoon back there. And this is not going to take that long since it's already warm. So, yeah, already warm. All I have to do is put it on for another 30 minutes and then it'll be back to being liquid, and then I can pour it into the molds here already. And yes, it is very tasty. If you feel that the chocolate is nice and done already, well, not done, but warm enough already so we don't have to keep it in the microwave. You can take it out and continue. Yeah, this chocolate is almost, yeah, so. Alrighty, so now just go ahead and pour this in the mixture. Oop, let me grab this one over here so you guys can see. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, and be a little bit careful because it can be really hot. Let me grab me some paper towels so I don't burn my fingers. Alright, so now let me go ahead and do this. You can either use your spoon to scoop or you can use it to pour. Like so. Let me smooth that out a bit before I add any other spot. Alright. So now that one is finished. Let me get the size here so you can get clean. Alright. So get that shake a little bit. Alright. So now I will add some more chocolate. So it won't, so I can continue with my other ones. Alright. Let me write the, yeah, it's very messy now. Let me clean out the side there. I might come back on later and do chocolate covered grapes and chocolate covered grapes and pineapple, but I am still debating on it right at the moment. But I might do it later on today or tomorrow. So I can keep my area clean as I go. Alright, so that's finished. Here we are. Let me mix these. Yeah, I'm going to have to put this in for a minute. Yeah, these are still a little bit hard to use. Well, not hard, but very thick. It starts to melt as you move it around in a bowl, but still, we have to, we have to put this back in our microwave again. So now that that chocolate is done, I'm going to move this over here so you guys can see. Let me make sure it don't spill. I'm going to try to do one heart so you guys can see on the screen. And then do a chocolate raspberry. Well, yeah, do a raspberry. So let me get that one ready. So for the raspberry one, I am going to use the red chocolate. I'm going to put a few in so I can get them, so I can get that out the way. And then I'm going to trade out the dark chocolate for the red chocolate. So usually this chocolates go in at the same temperature. same time. The red chocolate goes at the same time as the red. I just said that. As the brown chocolate. They all go in at the same time and be set for the same time. It'll come out at the same time and get really hot. So let me stir that around a little bit, which is good because it actually is working. It's stirring. But when you're doing your chocolates, you want to work fast because they can get hard very quickly. Just like they did for the chocolate strawberries. And that timer went off quite fast, so let me go ahead and do this. Pour a little bit in, like so. Alright, there goes the chocolate for the strawberry. And then go here. Smooth that one out. You don't have to fill it all the way up. Just enough. Should I do a chocolate raspberry? Nah, I'll leave that one for the just red one. Alright, so that one's good. Give me just a second, I'll show you what they look like. I'm not adding a lot of the chocolate into it because I needed it to stretch for the other things I need it for. So give me just a second and I'll show you what they look like. And if you leave your chocolate in the microwave, it's fine. Alright. You want to be careful. You gotta make sure you have a steady hand when you're doing your chocolate so you don't spill it out and make it fall. Well, not fall, but spill it everywhere because it would make a lot of a mess, a big mess. So, okay, so there we go with that. So now, oh, I still got a little chocolate on the side I can use most likely. Let me get that down right there. And put that into this one right here. Alright. So now, I'm going to put the dark chocolate one bowl that I use in the sink. And same with the spoon. You can mix your colors, but I prefer not to right now. Because I'm not trying to mix any of the chocolates colors. I'm trying to make sure they're all separate at the moment. But I will be adding them into different colors later on. Eventually in one of the next videos that I do. Alright. Uh-oh. So, this is what... Make a mess there, so let me move that. So it goes like this. Sorry. So this is what it looks like. And here's the hearts. And let me go ahead. I am doing good and I am making chocolates, chocolate candy, and strawberries. I already did chocolate raspberries, chocolate ice cream raspberries. They are in the oven. Not oven, freezer. I'm waiting for them to set. Alright. Oh, spoon. Right. So now, let me grab the red chocolate. Let's see how they're looking. Alright, yeah, a few more minutes for the red chocolate because it's starting to melt. Yes. I don't think I put enough red chocolate in here, but I'm going to have to work with that for a minute and then go and fix it. sec. And while that's... Alright, let me check the chocolate, see how it's looking. Nice. Okay, so it's nice and melted. Alright, so it's nice and melted down. Okay. So now I'm going to pour the red chocolate in. Let me grab it this way. So I'm able to hold it like this without the paper towel because it's not really hot as the dark chocolate was. So now smooth that out. All right. So now do the last heart, the other heart. So I did a dark chocolate heart and a red heart, 2 red hearts. I only used a little bit of the red because I was going to try to stretch it out for another video, but it seems I might have to use it instead of stretching. So let me go ahead and get that in the microwave, and then I smooth everything else out. I smooth everything else out in a minute. So now, put this back in the microwave for a sec. And then smooth this out. Alright, there we go. That one's set right there. Now, as for the dark chocolate, I gotta level one of them off. So I need a small spoon. And this, it's already starting to harden, so I can't really move it, which is good. So, I should have mentioned this earlier as well. You can leave your chocolates out to let them harden without you putting it in the microwave if you prefer doing that. But it make it hard. Your chocolates will get harder faster if you put it in the freezer or refrigerator. You can do either or, which makes it harder. Well, not harder, but more firm. Alright, so let me get this mixed in because it's already finished, ready to go. Alright, so now, yeah, I'm going to have to put this on for another minute or two because it's still thick and big. Well, thick and not melted down. So let me put that there. And then that here. Oh, I didn't chocolate on my shirt, did I? Oh well. Alright, so do you guys have any questions that you would like for me to answer, or anything you guys want to see me bake? Just let me know in a comment. Comments? Not comment. Alright. So let me stir this in real quick before I get started on the next thing. Okay, so now that that's done, Let me go ahead and do this. Alright. So now that that's done, I can straighten that one out. I'm gonna pull this one off a little. Like so. So now the chocolate hearts are finished. Let me move this over here without spilling it. Alright. So now I am going to pour the rest of this into the raspberry mold. Okay, so that's enough for that one. Spread that out like so. Spread it out just a sec since I gotta move it. And then this one here, do the same thing. Okay. And then this one only might make 2 for this one, so I'm going to do that. I'm trying to make sure I don't spill any of the chocolate out. Alright. So I'll do that. And then after that, move this stuff over on the side. Give it a little shake. Yeah, this one's only going to make about 2 or 3. The other one's going to come out really small. I'm debating on doing the brown chocolate on the raspberry mold, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to squeeze out as much as I can for this last raspberry one that I am doing here. Excuse the tapping, guys. I'm just trying to make sure I got enough in here so it can mount to a raspberry. So now, So now I'm going to go here and do that. You can always grab another spoon or use your finger to push it through. Just wash your hands after, because it's going to be very sticky and messy. Alrighty. So now that should do it a little. It should help. Okay. So let me see if I can get. I'm trying to scoop up as much as I can from my spoon so I can add it in. So I don't like wasting any of the product I use or make. I should really. So I am going to do that a little bit more. If you have a spatula, you can use that to smooth everything out. But it might make a little bit more of a mess than you trying to if you're not trying to make a mess. And then if you're trying to like make it move around a bit, just gives you a little bit of a shimmy. And then it should be. There you go. Alright. So now, this is what they look like when you're getting ready. So please stay tuned for part 2. And then I'll be back to show you, excuse me, the the finished product. Thank you for watching.